So this is kind of a combo video here. These are examples of a reaction video. Let's start off. The reaction part is going to be examples of double standards in our society that you're probably guilty of. That's going to be a reaction video. And then I get something to read from cracked.com about the 20 like double standards that are ridiculous. They won't be able to show you a lot of that stuff. So, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit. It's find out which ones are people supposedly guilty of and things like that. And I hate double standards. I really do. I just do. And we're gonna talk about the ones that come across and why they're stupid and things like that. But let's go. First of all, let's start with the reaction part of this video. Let's check out the examples of double standards in our society that you're probably guilty of.
The floor is lava! The floor is lava! The floor is standing in the sky, we're taking on our own allies. For all of the rules we abide by, for us to stay our final goodbyes. We are the kingdom in the air, 'cause all of the tolls we have declared. The minds of the leaders are elsewhere. I ask you, does this sound unfair? Raise a storm in the way we have never gone before. We have sworn to mend the bond that we have torn. Raise a storm in the way we've never been before. We have sworn to mend. wall of the clouds. The title we have been in doubt. So join as we all stand and shout. An ancient place we are proud. So down the closest to the brink. A heavy hand, so you must think. But I have found the missing link. Our fate is written. Raise a storm in the world we have never come before. We are sworn to mend the bond that we have torn. Raise a storm in the world we have never come before. We are sworn to mend.
Okay, so now, if and all the links will be down in the description box below. You go to crack.com and pull this up and read along with me as we go. They asked their readers to talk about the 20th the 20th worst double standards that society keeps treating us into believing. They have number 20 is people who dress up for football games are perfectly normal, but people who go to Comic-Con and things like that, they are total weirdos, right? So you saw this in the video, number 19. Women who are breastfeeding are considered controversial, while shirtless photos of men are completely normal. So we have that. Number 18, childless adult man is totally normal, while the childless adult woman should be burnt at the stake like a witch. So, number 17, although she's a diehard fan and the game is tonight, Jody doesn't think the customers will go Jets, knowing that although most are fans, some of them root for another team and some don't like football, and she doesn't want to alienate anyone. However, Jody's furious at her boss, who told her she should only say Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas to the customers. Yeah, I think that's something that, that needs to be talked about. You can't sit up here and just say, if you want to say Happy Holidays, that's fine, but it shouldn't be a mandate. Say Merry Christmas. That's what this is. I know it's the holiday season, but you should go ahead and say Merry Christmas. I think there's nothing wrong with saying that. So, number 16, a man who speaks his mind showcases leadership and showcases his leadership skills, but a woman who does it is bossy, aggressive, and arrogant. Yeah, that's one of the main ones that are out there in today's day. Is that number 15? The woman is good with kids, right? All women should be good with kids, but if a man is good with kids, he's a pedophile. Yeah, I mean, you can't. That should never be any of those ones. That is so ridiculous. I mean, if you're good with kids, I just, and I think, there was something like that. I remember on the radio about that. I think there was like a guy who was paying for a woman to carry a baby for him. One of those surrogate things. Because he was an older guy. He didn't have any prospects of women, around, and he wanted to have a child, so he paid a woman. And the first thing that people were talking about was that he was a pedophile. He wanted to have a child so that he could, no, he wanted a child so that he could have somebody. Hopefully, well, maybe not. Hopefully, I shouldn't say that. But he wanted to have a child, whether it be a son to pass on the name and his last name and things like that, or whether it was a woman to walk her down the aisle one day, see her grow up, and so that's ridiculous as well. Yeah. Men can be good with kids, and women can be pedophiles too, as we know from Law and Order SVU. I don't know. Number 14 is kind of stupid. Again, click on the link down the description box and read along with me. So, number 13. Don't sexualize Daniel Radcliffe. I watched him grow from a little boy. And then they show a picture of his co-star, Emma Watson, and she's sexualized when you watch her grow up from a little girl, right? Yeah. So, this one is a big one. This one, I have to be honest with you. I had this double standard for a while as well, but I've definitely changed my mind on this one. Where number 12, it says, straight, you're gay, but you can't be bisexual. You have to pick one, right? And my thing was obviously, the male. The man. That's what they have. They have two men with one woman in the picture. That's what I always say. I always say, well, okay, yeah, it's okay for a woman to be bisexual because it's a woman, but to be a man and be bisexual, that doesn't seem right. You'd have to be either one or the other. And that was stupid for me to think of. That's stupid for anybody else to think of. You can be gay, straight, or bisexual. Now, one of the things that I did, and I think I did a video on this too, was I talked about can you choose your can you choose your sexuality? Because people say no, you're either born straight, you're born gay, or you're born bisexual. But in the world we live in, right, even though you may be bisexual, you still have your monogamous. Still, most bisexuals are in monogamous relationships. So, in that case, aren't they choosing to be straight, or aren't they choosing to be gay? Because if they really was bisexual, wouldn't they have both relationships, or wouldn't they be in that type of relationship? So, that's a very deep thinking thing to think about. It's never meant in no disrespect. It's just a kind of thing to make you say, type of thing. But as it comes to this, going back to this, double standard, yes. It certainly is. Listen, as a man, you are, and a woman, you are straight, you are gay, or you are bisexual. You can be all three. Yeah. So that's a stupid double standard. Okay, so apparently it's just you can't do nothing right, whatever. It's garbage. So and apparently it was like being too responsive. So whatever. So I'm gonna do the rest of the final 11 off my phone. Once again, links are down in the description box. I hope you are following along with me. Let's go ahead. Let's continue. Number 11. Well, they have for action movies, and guys are dirty and they're bloody and they're bruised. And there's an action man, while the action woman has perfect hair and perfect makeup and perfect clothes. So that's an interesting one. Number 10. In the movies, you can make someone die in a heroic way, and we won't even flinch. Heck, you can even blow up an entire populated planet for all we care. But don't you ever kill the dog? Yes. That seems to everybody. No, don't you kill that dog. Nobody wants to see the dog die. I mean, that's hilarious. Number 9. You should accept my body the way it is. But fuck those skinny bitches. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an interesting double standard, as well. Yeah, again, I think you're talking about maybe like having a preference. You could have a preference of maybe enjoying a more curvier body or someone who's average, or maybe you enjoy the slender, skinny girl. It's whatever your preference is, but I don't think you should. I really don't think that's not a term. It's body shame. I don't think you should like body shame anybody, and that's kind of big right now. Body shame. There is there's the one thing is somebody got called for it, right? Apparently, actually, John was twice called for it. A woman was doing it, and and then the first time a man was doing it. But they tried to make a meme where they had the women that the women that you like, right? And it's this obviously a gorgeous, attractive female or lady that is gorgeous, and she's got perfect, supple, everything. All the good things. Obviously gorgeous, and then the woman, and then the another on the next picture side it says women who like me, and it's someone that you probably would not does not fit the norm of attractiveness. Let's just put it like that. And in both situations, both the man doing it got caught up. I think he did it on Twitter and got caught up. He got shamed for it, and then he tried to make up for it, said that he was okay with it. And the girl found the pictures like, no, I ain't down with that. No, you nigga body shame me. And then it was on Facebook when the woman was doing it. The woman was, I think she did it with the guy, and then had the six pack ass, and then the fat guy, and then she got caught, and she got hit off of that as well. So the one that I saw that didn't get any and I think because it wasn't body shaming really anybody. It was funny, and I think that's kind of way it should be. Is it should be is that it was someone else on Twitter, and they were using the wrestlers the girls that you like, and it was like Nikki Bella, and we know who she is, and she's on Dancing with Stars right now. And then the girl was then the girls that like you, it was John Cena dressed as Nikki Bella, in drag. And I think I think that may be a little bit more acceptable because you're not body shaming a woman or anything like that, and it's just kind of a playful thing. So I think that meme was okay. I don't think he got any flack for that and anything like that. So I think that was pretty good. So I definitely think that's probably the way the meme should go. So I like that one. Number 8. Guys with underarm hair, sexy stud. Women with underarm hair, rabid feminist. Well, listen, I mean, I don't know if you say rabid feminist, but I kind of think maybe it should be more. It's see, I just. Maybe that is a double standard that I'm okay with. I don't know. I think I don't know if women should be hairy. Like if she's got just some strands. But if she's got the whole thing going on there, I think maybe that's just about being feminine, and maybe having hair is maybe being masculine. So maybe I should be. I may be okay with that. That's those standard I may be okay with, unfortunately, and maybe I may be really okay with that double standard. Number 7. Girls can go to school with long hair. Boys get kicked out for the same thing. So I've never heard of this. I never heard of any boys getting kicked out of school for having long hair. Now it does say here, the picture does say, I'm guessing on the boy, long hair equals bad. On the girl, long hair equals good. Well, but what I kind of think is the double standard, and once again, it it might be just a preference type of thing. Where I think I would prefer, like, I think a girl is more attractive with medium to long hair. Short hair, on girls doesn't look too. Again, it's the masculine and feminine thing. It doesn't look too feminine. Although there have definitely been a lot of women out there that have short hair and are definitely beautiful. Demi Moore, when she shaved it all bald for that war movie, I mean, she was definitely a pretty woman bald, and a lot of other women, you cut their hair short and still been very attractive. The Anne Hathaway had a short haircut that was attractive, but I'm not gonna go there, but yeah, I kind of think that it's double standard that I don't agree with as well. I don't think that if boys have long hair, them have long hair, it doesn't make a difference. I don't get that, so yeah, I'm not down with that. Number 6. Smokers are often rewarded with extra smoke breaks while non-smokers are expected to keep working. You know what? This is yeah. Smokers get smoke break. But listen, you get a lunch break, right? You get a lunch break and on your job, and then that's what you do. And then, so if smokers get like a smoke break, maybe like a 5-10 minute smoke break, then the other guy should get a 5-10 minute whatever break, whatever break you need. Relax break, get on your phone, do whatever. Get away from the the console, the office, whatever, and do that. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah, there's no reason why a smoker should get a smoke break, and the people who don't smoke don't get a break. So I agree with that. Number 5. Prisoners are not allowed to vote, but when it benefits the state, they are not treated as civically dead. They are liable for taxation on any earnings and savings that they have. But see, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that there needs to be a punishment for breaking the law and things like that. And I think if you go to prison, you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You should not have a say in what goes on in this country. Once you go to prison, you have given up that right, and you should not have a say within the state, the country, whatever. Really should. There may be any taxation on any earnings or savings that they have. I could go either way on that. So yeah, I could go either way on tax. If you say that the taxation helps them, as part of their punishment, then you can also say, well, listen, they're not doing anything. They're in this jail. Get all this money. So why are they paying taxes on it when they're not doing nothing about it? So that could be either here or there. But I definitely think if you go to prison, and whether you in prison or you come out of prison, you taking up your right to vote. You're taking up your right, to vote. So I'm okay with that one. That may be another double standard I'll be okay with. Okay. Number 4. Disappointing box office for a superhero movie. With the male lead equals reboot. They talk about the first Hulk that starred Eric Bana, and then they made the second one with Edward Norton. Wolverine, X-Men Origins, and they had Wolverine 3D, The Wolverine. And then they had Superman Returns, and then the Man of Steel movie. but with a superhero movie with a female lead is not profitable, right? The Supergirl movie didn't happen. Catwoman with Halle Berry did not work, and Elektra with Jennifer Garner wasn't, it didn't work. It didn't work as well. So, listen, I also think this may be one of those things where you just aren't. You see, cause maybe it was disappointing box office, but maybe there were also like other things involved, like with maybe like Wolverine. They were gonna do a Wolverine trilogy anyway. They were gonna do X-Men Origins. They were gonna do the Wolverine movie. And then they were gonna do Logan. With Hulk. I think when they started doing it, they were gonna do they were looking to do the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So even though the first one maybe it wasn't reviewed well and people didn't like that Hulk, they were gonna do another Hulk. They had to do a Hulk movie so that they could, so that they can do put Hulk in the Avengers in the Cinematic Universe. And as for the Superman one, I just think it's it's time for it was time for another Superman movie. They were looking. DC was looking to do what Marvel was doing. So you have to start with a Superman movie, right? And that's why they rebooted the Batman. They did redoing all the Batman stuff as well. So I kind of think that this one at number 4 is kind of a reach. It's not kind of. It is a reach. I just don't think. I think there were specific circumstances with each of these movies with male lead. Like I said, Hulk being part of the Avengers, they need to do a Hulk for the MCU. The Wolverine, I think Wolverine had his trilogy. They were gonna do the Wolverine trilogy movies, and of course, when the DC wanted to do the Marvel thing and bring everything together, they had to redo the Superman movie. So, yeah, I kind of think this one they're kind of reaching at number 4 with that one. Number 3, rape is never funny. It isn't. Rape is never funny. Picture next to it, don't drop the soap. Right? Can you agree? Right? I mean, how many jokes have been made about not dropping the soap in the shower? Right? Anything like that. How many jokes have been made about that? And then I would say rape is never funny. And they have all types of slut walks and everything like that. Everything like that to talk about rape is never funny. James Corden with all the sexual harassment stuff, he made a joke about Harvey Weinstein. Al Michaels made a joke about Harvey Weinstein. Have to apologize about it. So it's double standard. There's also some political correctness in there. So we will have to see about that. I would be willing to agree with this one. That if it's done in the right way, I guess a joke about rape could be interesting. Not interesting. Jesus Christ. It could be funny, but but if it's about a specific happening to somebody, and I understand that. For someone who has been raped, a rape joke will probably never be funny. It probably never will be funny. And I think I can understand it and I can sympathize with them on that. But still, I think that's, you can find humor in a lot of negative, nasty, downright other things. So I think I still say that I would be willing to agree that is a double standard, and one that maybe with the right caution and right way of telling the joke should Get your go away. Number 2 is you'd look prettier if you smile. Was said to no guy ever. Well, okay. I guess I can understand that one too. If somehow a woman isn't pretty if she's not smiling, or a woman should smile because she's pretty, or things like that. You never do hear that about God. So I also think it's once again it's just something where again you have to. It's another thing. It's another thing where you have to be worried of that and how that's taken. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to give them a compliment, but sometimes they're just not in the mood for a compliment, and I just think saying that doesn't help the situation at all. So I think that's something that guys, and maybe even some girls, even some women may even do that too to other women. But I think maybe that should be something that we should not. If someone's not smiling, if you want to ask why aren't you smiling, something like that. If you want to ask why aren't you what's wrong? Is there, something like, you okay, miss? Maybe something like that. But maybe just to say you would look pretty if you smile. Maybe be having more empathy and sympathy towards somebody and seeing if they're okay. This beautiful day. Most people smiling. You're not. I want to make sure that you're having okay. You're okay. Something like that. So that you care for another human being. I think that's probably the better way of going about it. And the winner is the number one thing, according to the readers of Crack.com, who in the readers they made this list. Number one double standard: are you a prude or a slut? And yes, and this is something that is going on for ages too. Yeah, and it does seem like this, right? It seems like that. I talked about this in other videos too. If you sleep with somebody on the first date, but then you're a slut and you're not marriage material and things like that. But if you make them wait to several months, then obviously you can't be a sexual person, and you can't be a sexual, and you can't you're not worthy of you're a prude and all this other stuff. I mean, you gotta stop putting labels on people. We really gotta stop putting labels on people. Let people live the life and choose to live the way they want to live. If they want to sleep with somebody on the first date, let them sleep. They're with somebody on the first date. They're not nothing. They're just a person. If they want to wait until the third date, the fifth date, the 5th month, the 5th year, whatever, let them do that. If you choose, whatever way you choose to, if you disagree, that's totally fine. You can disagree, but you should not be, judging somebody because of that. And I really can understand that, and I really hate it when guys, and some women do this too, but when guys say, "Oh well, I can't, I can't take her home tomorrow. Just let her on the first date." Who the fuck cares? Your mom does not care. You're not gonna talk to your mom about your thing, your sex life. So why are you? She doesn't care. She cares about if she treats you right, and if she's gonna treat you right, who cares if you slept with her on the first date? I can understand that. It's the stupidest thing ever. It really is. It's one of the stupidest things ever that men has ever come up with or ever said. Foolish. Alright, so that's gonna be it for the website. So I talked about maybe the underarm hair double standard that I would be okay with, and I also talked about the jail one too, where they don't get to vote, but that they get taxed. That's maybe something that I would be okay with as well. And I think another double standard that I am okay with, and it's the whole teacher-student relationship. Um, and I'm not talking about um, underage stuff. No, I'm not talking about that because obviously that's against the law. So if you're a teacher, you're sleeping with someone underage, whether you're a male or female, it's wrong. It's wrong, and that's just there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But let's just take something like here in Illinois, where the age of consent is 17. The age of consent is 17. So in Illinois, when you are 17, you are well, I guess you would say you are deemed to be so much of an adult that you can have sex with somebody, and it would be okay. With an older person, and it would be okay, right? So if you are a 17-year-old boy, and you are and there is this hot teacher that you have, and she basically says, that she's maybe this teacher's like in her 30s, and she realizes that this is a attractive young man, and she's having that, maybe whatever the situation may be. What happens is they go in and they have sex, right? They go and they have sex, and it's consent, like I said. He's wherever the age of consent number is, he's at that number, and it's okay. I would say it's okay. It would be okay. However, if it's reversed and it's a girl and it's with a female teacher, with a male teacher, or I even say if it was a male student. Here's the thing: female teacher, okay. I'll put it like this: female teacher, okay. Male teacher, not okay. And I think the reason why it's not okay is because the male teacher should be more. That should be more of a thing where he should be more protective of the young men and the young women. So he shouldn't be trying to, cultivate a relationship with them. And I know you said, well, maybe we shouldn't have the female teacher be like that, but I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it is. I've always said this, that it's never been any problem when with me when a male teacher, when a male student and a female teacher has relations. I've never, and it's been of consent. Again, let me say this: when it's been of consent, when that young man or that young lady was of the age of consent, at that point they are both consenting adults. But it always bothers me when it's the male teacher, and it's the, and then the female student or the male student, and something bothers me about that, because that almost feels, you can almost feel like this is something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that for me, and I can't put my finger on it really, but it just feels wrong with me. So that's really the only double standard I've ever had. And again, like I said, I can't figure out why the male teacher freaks me out more than the the female teacher. I don't know, but it's maybe it just could be just because of me being a guy and me knowing that if a female teacher came on to me, wow, you know, how cool would that be, right? But if a male teacher came on to me, and it's not because of, you know, I'm like, you know, you guys know me, I'm not homophobic in any way. But if a guy came on, it's almost like he's using his power, something like that, against me, something like that, and that just feels, even though I would be the age of consent. So it's just, that's just something I've always tried to, you know, buy away from. So it is what it is. But all right, that's gonna end this video. This has been a long ass video. It really is. I'm gonna edit it down a lot. So I don't know, but post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think of any double standards. Are there any double standards that were not in that video, that were not on the website, that you could think of that pisses you off and things that should be, you know, that we should just go away from? Please post them down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let's have a conversation. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Trip signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.